just in case anybody asks, well,
Yes,
the Imperials, those
Oh,
don't
dear.
work.
Sure. Yes, welcome back. I
So-
see your pencils this time. Sorry. Yes, it was quite fun. I got a burn on my arm a few nights ago. I had to douse it in water, torch, give me a flame. Could you look at it? Yes.
We're sliding, by the way.
I'm just gonna keep silent because by now,
Items on me.
I
he already
would
knows
trade.
what's terribly wrong with me.
If you were to use short and straight,
Mm-hmm.
we all need to be on the same page in that room. There are several noble members that are sitting in on the small council meeting that are very
Corrupt.
upset of how things are playing,
Mm.
and they seek to oust, at least from my understanding, our standings and take the Iron Mine away from the Marshal and me. We cannot let that happen, for that is our bargaining chip.
I don't like that at all. No.
No. So everyone that you know well and dear is on the same side during this meeting.
Good.
Allies out of necessity.
Mm.
I have a few things I wish to say during that meeting.
Mm.
Four lords, or four nobles, I don't know their names, are sitting across the table from us. The Baroness is there. Miss Fedora already knows us, both the Erdhards, myself and you.
Mm. Forgive me, I'm going to be fairly quiet through the entire meeting as my ears are near deafened from last night's explosions.
It's fine. But allow me to do most of the speaking and speak when you wish.
Mm.
You excuse the Lady Hardyman's absence. To go and fetch her.
For what was the reason, Lady Heidemann, that the Baroness Dant had hates your absence?
A terrible
And were you
infection of
not
the ear.
escorted with the Theosian?
I have a condition. I won't go into it, but that is the only excuse that I can give.
Lady, I did my Baroness. No welcome.
Glad you were able to join us.
Thank you, Baroness.
It seems everyone has found their places of meeting.
So it seems. If there are any
Oh.
further consultations, I can begin this meeting. At your behest, ma'am.
Yes, let us begin the meeting.
Right then. Before we get into any matters outside of the province, let us look in. The first topic on hand, Lord Marshal, is directed towards you in regards to the Iron Mine. Some details reporting exactly how you went about this. What was the cost of this venture of yours? Abrupt, but necessary.
Of course, my Baron.
The iron mines themselves at the time were believed to be secured by the robber baron's men. A contingent of Radad's soldiers, including myself, my retinue, and the Major and some of his best, went to go and secure their surrender. Documentation proving Adasco Beaumain's surrender was brought along with us to provide proof to prevent unnecessary bloodshed. When we arrived, we found that there was no man left standing. The robber baron's men were killed to the last. Without us knowing, and without the robber baron knowing, as his forces had been disconnected from the conflict, the entirety of the iron mine had been slaughtered because of the orc threat. The orcs were cunning. They set up an ambush, lighting fires within to try and draw inexperienced men within. The Major and I realized what it was for what it was, and we were able to not only destroy this ambush, but kill one of their war trolls. 2 Redod soldiers. Major, how many Imperial men?
6 dead Imperial.
Halberdiers who went up against a war troll themselves without fear, and one of my knights were lost in the taking of this iron mine. It is currently secured by a joint garrison of Imperials and Redods, and is secure.
Thank you. These resources, now that it has been secured, are they being allocated?
Before mining of the iron can begin, the location has to be secured. The stone mine, which is currently under the administration of Markle Morgul, one of the supposed coin cousins, is going out of his way to direct as much stone as he can to the iron mines. So not palisade, but as...
Lord. Why has Markle Morgul been placed in charge of this without consultation of the dynasty?
I'm not aware as to the agreements between the merchant Lord Zenik and Mr. Morgul about the stone mines. But because he is currently the one who is dealing with most of the stone, he's the one I dealt with to help secure the walls of the iron mine, my lord.
The one you dealt with?
Yes, security is paramount. Palisades are not enough, my Baron Kovac.
In that case, Lord, once this is in place and the security is assured, it will be handed back to the dynasty, and we will all proceed from there.
I would request, my good barons and baroness, that the iron mines remain in the hands of the Erdhards who secured it.
Fully agreed.
Request. No, hold on. This was never agreed to, nor consulted upon. Marshal, what could lead you to demand something of this from the dynasty?
Before our involvement, my good baron, the iron mines have been in the hands of the enemy. Those with personal retinues, those with soldiers, the nobles within Nodders, sat upon their hands and did nothing to aid the Redods. With the assistance of the Imperials and my own retinue and good Redod volunteers that were not commanded, the mines were able to be secured. That means iron is secured for your dynasty, iron that is not available to most of this nation. My good baron.
Give me the definition for racketeering, please.
And I ask to be the one
I
to
don't
take
remember.
care of it, so I may build it up and protect it from further harm, my lord.
I'm smart, but not that smart.
And so you want us, after our country is currently being starved of coin, our dynasty being starved of coin, you want to take the profits then for yourself? Is that what you were trying to get?
The entirety of the
You
profits,
imply much,
my
brother.
good.
I believe that Lord Erdhard has shown great initiative by doing as he has said. What was the state of our iron mine before that he made the decision by sacrificing not only his own men, and I believe a knight?
Thank you.
His own, to
He
secure
lost
this
one of
place.
his number, and the Imperials lost 6. Should we give it to them too? Not to mention, he is allocating administration without consulting us?
I am the Marshal, Baron. It is my job to secure the province.
Secure, not administrate.
Administration security goes hand in hand, Baron Kovaz.
Baron Kovaz, if I may please.
Proceed.
It is of my humble opinion that no outsider, regardless of their contribution, should hold Gradian soil. He has lost men, yes, we all have. That gives him no right to soil. None.
You overstep your bounds.
And
He
if
is
I
a
may,
marshal
my
of the
Baron,
Red Dots.
you place such importance on this man, this knight. What is a knight but just some armored thug with a title? Just like a lord trying to take a province. Honestly, one man. We've lost more than that. Get some real numbers.
If I may, Baron Amem.
Major Dario.
The so-called outsider, the Marshal Lord Erdhart, took the initiative to secure the entirety of your iron mines.
As if he has any room to
The same Theosian who won you the ward. May I continue?
Continue speaking, Major Dario.
2 outsiders secured the iron mines, not just Lord Erdhart, but it was also my initiative with him. It was our conjoined idea to secure it so that this province may recuperate from the schism that the Imperium and the Marshal have just fixed. As the Lord Erdhart has stated, none of the levies of any of the nobility here took action to do so. It was the work of the outsiders that you call that took initiative to save this province. That's all.
Thank you, Major Dario.
Too much initiative,
Very well
if you
spoken.
ask me.
It seems they plot again.
Well, no one did ask you. He was
Really
welcomed
Moses.
here on my behest. And my ask. I vouched for him along with my money for the damn war. Where was yours?
The man
We were waiting for the right protocols. Through the protocols of the barons themselves. We're not here
The protocols were the Barons asking, and none of you stepped forward. So if insiders can't help, I guess the outsiders do it for us. And it seems they did it better than any of you could have. Why should they not be rewarded for their efforts?
What is your angle?
Speaking
Lady
of, what angle?
What are you profiting from all this, What do you
There
have
is
to
no-
gain from all
She
this?
schemes as well.
I have the safety of the arena. If you don't, did you?
Perhaps you seek the Lord Erhard's hand in marriage so you could steal his riches too!
No, I seek the
Please
safety of our
answer me,
province.
Lord.
If you allow me to speak. Unless we become uncivilized in here.
If we are to conduct ourselves properly in this hall, you will allow all lords and ladies to speak. You cannot apply these rules. You cannot basically learn to at least respect them as much as the few words that come out their mouth, and you can be thrown out. You will find yourself never in this chamber. You sully my name, my father's name, and my mother's name. Such disrespect.
Apologies, my baron. I meant no disrespect.
Now. You've been quiet, Lord Marshal. Some Something stirs within you.
This province suffers, my lord. That is clear. I have not hidden from you who I am, where I come from. The man at that table is my enemy and always will be. But this province is my priority. And I swore to you that I would leave it a better place than when I found it. That is the price for the amount of freedom that you have given me. If myself and the Major can put aside our differences to fight a common threat, to not only help restore peace and order, then I find it very hard to understand why the reigning nobles have done nothing before our arrival, and have continued to leak this province dry of its silver until its coffers were nigh empty. Or they wear silks, fine clothes, host their parties. Where was their contribution, my lord?
Well spoken indeed. Now,
Sit down, my son. Sit. I have listened to all of you talk and had your opinions, and had onward to someone who was very compliant with letting us know what's been going on. I have heard what you have done, and this is a great service to this dynasty. And so, your request is being approved.
Thank you, Baroness.
Hear, hear.
Lord Erhard, from this day until your last, the Iron Might will be governed by your house. To be
would not
inherited by
presume
your sons.
Such a thing, Baroness. As soon as we depart, it will be returned to the dynasty, as I promised your son.
Very well then. It should be approved and trust.
Thank you, Baroness.
Good. Now to the next matter at hand. The diplomatic affairs to Labastra. Talk. Bit of a hard thing to do within this council room, though. How did they fare?
The diplomatic talks with Kabazra was a more or less resounding success. As far as I'm aware, and you forgive me, my father headed this one up primarily, but we managed to establish trade with them, as well as a few other bits and bobs. An agreement of
A non-aggression
non-aggression.
pact and a defensive alliance, my lords.
He didn't like that, did he?
And to explain what the pact entailed.
If I may stand alongside my son and answer your questions respectfully, Baroness.
Of course.
In our time in Karbazra, when this agreement was made, it was with the understanding that the Salam dynasty is in a similar position to the Radods. However, their coffers have not suffered. Their trade has been thorough, but their southern borders are assaulted consistently by Free Company mercenaries. They do not have much of an army, but they are an economic powerhouse in the east, and we need trade with a dynasty as such. While we were present, we solved a few issues for that dynasty, which I can go into detail later, if the lords and lady decide. But to answer your question directly, Baroness, the trade agreement is that the Salam dynasty will consider the Radad dynasty as its primary export due to its ports. The reason why this is important is the Kalari dynasty controls the Nerion Bridge. The amount of taxes that the Kalari dynasty puts on any ground trade makes any efforts by the Salam dynasty to be nigh worthless. The only profits they'll make is through your dynasty, your ports. They must deal with you. And we want them to deal with us and not the Vipeks. The trade agreement states that we'll be their first and foremost primary export, and that they will look in the near future to establish port trade via your capital. The non-aggression pact is a swearing from this dynasty to yours that they will never bear arms against the Radad dynasty. They'll never be the ones to break truce, and they will never be the ones to stab us in the back. To further this, because of the examples given upon our visit, Baroness, the good Baron agreed to a defensive alliance, where what forces he does have he would commit to the allied defense of our capital. If we agreed to do the same, that is a mutual interest. Before I agreed to this, my lords, I made sure that there were no external threats to the dynasty that may pull us into some sort of unforeseen conflict. The only other dynasty in the area is the Vipeks.
You are making a lot of judgment calls. May I ask you why you believe these agreements were something that you should make without talking to myself or my sons?
The Baron wanted an answer the same day we spoke, Baroness. I told them that I would bring it to the council before anything was finalized. It still requires your signatures. It is not yet set in stone.
If we back out now, what would that say about us? Of course we have to accept.
I told him that I had not spoken to my leadership yet, my lord. It would be on my head alone.
Regardless, Lord Erdhart, this was disrespectful and coy. Do you truly believe that you have risen so far that you can disrespect the dynasty you serve?
There was no disrespect meant, my Baron. Merely trying to secure the outboard interests of the Radad dynasty so the Vipeks may not starve us.
My Baron is
This was an obvious power play for you to maintain control of the trade that's going between them, far beyond the realm of a marshal. Even if, with the non-aggression pact and defensive alliance may have been, the trade agreement is certainly not something that you should have jurisdiction over.
My Baron, if
Do
I
you
may,
disagree?
My barons, the judgment call made still requires your agreement and your consent. The groundwork was laid down. There was no one else willing to do this. There were no other envoys.
You had something to say.
forgive me if it seems to me that the Marshal extends his own influence. It makes the Radad dynasty look bad by comparison. It makes us look weak. power play, nothing more. Seeks to undermine us. Undermine you, my Baron. My Baroness.
If I may.
No, you may not. My Baron,
You do
I
not
must
speak for
say,
this
we're
council.
obviously shut your mouth! We are dealing with some kind of failed warmonger who lost his home and now seeks to claim the peace of ours. Seriously, how can we even let this occur?
My Baron, this lord has interrupted me twice now when I chose to speak. Earlier and now. I have spoken first, good sir.
Your whore mouth, fish.
You don't know who you're speaking to, you foolish man.
You'll find out quickly.
I'm sure you will.
We'll get interested to see the reason.
It'll be all right. The Marshal has laid the path.
None of you have done anything. You've sat upon your silk and done nothing.
You have no right to make these
No one was
decisions on
willing
your
to
own.
step forward at all. Why did you not
We've
serve
sent
your
coin
dynasty?
and men after everything. You've done nothing but grab
You will know
the
your
opportunities
place,
of this
foreigner.
dynasty.
I don't
None of
It's
you
the
asses
foreigners that have
done
saved your
anything during this
asses!
war. Now or later. It was my coin that supported this damn war while you all sat on your asses and drank wine.
I understand that there is so much at stake, how it feels this way.
My Baroness, if I may, as I kindly asked when we began.
With all the good that you had done with this iron mine, this was too much. I do not agree with what the names were being called of you. Because that is not how we should treat guests in this council room. But this was out of line. This was out of line. Before you go anywhere out of this dynasty, out of anywhere to get any kind of connection, to assist with us, you come to us first, regardless, to let us know everything that you are doing. That is how it is supposed to be done. And if you deny this now, you have hijacked the diplomatic process. The next time... No. Sit down, the both of you.
Yes, Baroness.
Now. We have another to bring up. The land secured by Miss Venora. Please. I have a few questions for you.
DM, I
And
need
this
a
is so-
roll because this is the first time she's actually pulling out because she knows she has to be respectful of the Baroness. See if Dario sees her face clearly or not.
Rolling. It is a critical 3, Faye.
Yes,
The face is very familiar to you, Daria. You just can't place it.
My questions to you are as follow. What is your intent with this land? Where would you like it to be located? And what do you think you will provide for our dynasty? I have received your letter, but to hear from you, word of mouth, would be
my Baroness.
proper in this situation.
As it should be, I am still learning the ways of Gradia, and as a newcoming citizen, I am grateful that you allowed me this audience, especially in front of the nobility, so that I may learn proper etiquette in these matters. First and foremost, the last 2 years that I've been in Gradia, in your wonderful province, was the beauty of the Sabine Forest, and the way that Jodar has kept it all these years untouched by hands, so that hunters and other people that come to the province can see the beauty that he saw in your lands and his ancestors before him. Upon these lands in the Sabine Forest, I have found plentiful herbs to make tinctures that save lives, that improve the lives of the nobility, of even the common folk here in Natus. What I would love to bring before the dynasty and to my Baroness is a steady supply of potions and tinctures that will see fit to keep all y'all's lives better, because a healthy dynasty is a strong dynasty. But also to this effect, my Lady Baroness, is that, as you know, I am a wood elf, and so is my caretakers that see to my safety throughout the Sabine, as it's been laid siege by orcs periodically, which the Imperials and the Earnhardts have been dealing with constantly to keep them out of the city. But I will be honest with you, my lady. Wood elves know the forest best, know how best practices to keep it in its entirety and in its splendor, to keep it untouched, but also know how to utilize all the resources that it can behold to the dynasty. Thus I ask for the lands to the northwest of the Far Stream River. There I found plenty of herbs, and it's a natural lay of the land has kept in it safe for the most part from the orc incursion. I even had my workers that helped me control over these plentiful spots of herbs to patrol along the river, and they too have kept the orcs at bay. Now, I will be honest with you, Baroness. Over the years that I've been in the forest and out, periodically they have taken what the forest may provide. Free stone, trees that have fallen and have aged, and have set them aside in stockpiles within the Sabine. But I dare not touch them or move them, because at the end of the day, they do not belong to us, they belong to the dynasty. I see fit if you award these lands northwest in the Sabine to me. That gives me quick access to offload these goods to not only the iron mine, but also your stone quarry that needs the equipment repaired and fortified, so that those resources can be allocated to Natus in the defense of itself. And also I've built up quite a rapport with the Carters Guild, and renting these carts for said goods back and forth from the Sabine. And I've held up my end of the bargain with the Carters Guild at keeping the wagons in working order. This is what I asked of the dynasty, if you so see fit to award them to me, my lady.
If I may, I have one question. There was an incident at your apothecary shop a few days ago. Would this incident be mitigated if this was agreed upon by the Baroness?
Well, truth be told, the alchemy shop, apothecary, is not owned by me. I just work out of there. The apothecary is actually owned by another person. I believe in the Corcatus.
Objection, Your Honor.
Is a
Irrelevancy.
proprietary for Oshan, who actually.
It is
runs
completely
this.
irrelevant to the subject.
He just have allowed me
Also,
to
objection asked and answered.
alongside him.
She answered her own
Been in there
question.
when this explosion happened. And I've even told the Imperial, even the Major himself.
This is just
that he
stalling,
may
giving times for
investigate
other
and be able
nobles to
look
talk,
thoroughly in
to
the
bring up another
apothecary to make
subject.
Sure that everything is in order, that it doesn't pose a threat to his ships. As I know that one of the ships that it's in under an explosion, which brought a lot of the hearts from people.
If I may.
Here we go.
I have heard that you are a good alchemist, yes, and that you have helped a good number of the people in the nobility. But who are you to take so much land, and would you even be able to see to it properly? An alchemist is one thing, but seeing to the land and that resources and making sure that the dynasty gets what it needs is another. Taxes, for instance. Not certain if Miss Venora, with all due respect, would be able to handle the burden.
All due respect, my lady. Truth be told, I am quite educated, have been for many years. I know how to read and write. I know how to speak and write in Elvish and in English as well, in common. I have wood elves that work for me currently. 10 in total. They see fit to the security of me and everything that I hold dear that I have brought forth before the dynasty. If there's any taxes you require to me, I have been quite good at doing business with not only here, but even afar. I am quite rarely seen by the Merchants Guild, so I have done business throughout Gradia through them, as it should be.
Miss Venora, what do you plan to do with this land in specifics, of course? I know you speak through vagaries and generics. Please enlighten me.
Well, for one, the force must remain pristine if we are to gather the rare herbs that are created for these tinctures. People who go through forests like we all have currently, which is used for cutting y'all's forest down and stuff. My elves know how to go throughout the forest without decimating it.
You know how to
So-
keep the forest in perpetuity. That seems quite beneficial.
If I may. I'm curious specifically as to why you're requesting to own this land. We could certainly give you a writ of permission to gather from it. What does ownership gain you?
Asked and answered. She is already here to get a home. She's already stated that.
Oh, no,
have no
honest.
objection to my mother's granting of land. I'm just curious as to why such a large amount would need to be owned by you in order for this specific venture.
Likewise.
Well, if you find so cautious about me owning such land, let it be written that maybe for a time I show you what I can do with it. Earn your trust.
Some sort
Again,
of trial.
it is not a it is not a lack of trust. I'm just wondering what the difference between ownership and a writ of permission to gather in the area would entail. What is the benefit for you?
And for me is, well, having land in the forest would allow me to finally live there permanently. I am a wood elf. I am used to living within the forest, not in the city walls. It's part of my culture.
And I assume these other wood elves would then live with you as well? which is why you're requesting such a large amount.
You're right, my baron. And if you see fit to want to meet them, I'm more than welcome to bring them before you then. And let you speak with them.
Living out there, does this entail a settlement of a kind, an estate? What exactly would you have to harbor, you and your retinue?
Good question.
To be honest with you, Baron Mem, there's not many of my kind left in the world. Your Baroness offers me an opportunity to finally give them a place to call home, and a dynasty that would actually nurture them and allow them to give back to ones who harbor them, who keep them safe, who show them that there are people within Gradia that do care more than just coin. I think I've shown the Baroness.
So you seek more of a sanctuary, is what I am taking from this.
My Baron, that's exactly what I seek. And in turn, I would like to ask something of both of you Barons and the Baroness, because I am not informed enough in politics. Palamon, I know you spoke, Miss Baroness, that you're not in good terms with them. Here lately, I have been on good terms with the Lord Sarkozy of the Vineyard. I want to ask you, if I may, continue that relationship with them just to at least try to find some common ground with at least a noble of that dynasty that would hear a good relationship, at least for now, until the orc threat is dealt with.
Miss Venora, if I may. I think the main thing that people are concerned about is what major export you could give to the barony itself. Giving you this land, what could you give back to the barony in return? Taxes are one thing. You've mentioned your Wood Elf tribe there. They're proficient with alchemy and gathering and such in a way that wouldn't affect the forest, is what you've been saying. You'd be willing to offer potions, balms to the barony and the nobles? That would be...
Lord Earhart, this is not just a gathering post of sorts, this is a sanctuary of wood elves, a small force, if you will. They could potentially be a threat in a small form, probably to a neighboring city like Balerno or Cassetto.
A threat?
To any of the hunters that may go out there, of course. If you're giving them this land, the hunters that go from Cassetto,
Rolling
Balerno, and even Nautis here
Valor with
will
a
have difficulty
15.
finding
As you look
game.
across the table at Lord Mem, you can see that he looks particularly thoughtful. He looks concerned about this potential settlement.
They have ran into no problems hunting alongside my wood elves. Actually, on the contrary, they've helped them quite a bit with their hunting.
I don't think the Wood Elves have any interest in towns, right?
No.
It's in the name, is it not?
Correct.
You've been working alongside these hunters for 2 years. Do you expect that to change with the ownership of a large plot of land in which hunting could have been taking place?
No. I would still not deny them access to it. No, I would not.
Oh.
That...
I'd like to hear the lady's take on it.
If I may, regardless as such, hunters would still need designated hunting writs upon your land, and upon the dynasty's land. It is the very reason they are allowed to hunt on the land that they gather from. So you, provided a contract of ownership to the land, would need to issue this also
Thank you very
to the
much,
hunters.
Lady Heidemann, for adding in. and assisting with everyone's options here, but for now, I am going to approve. And we will talk more on this.
Emily, I look forward to our talk.
If I may, I have a question I would like to pose to the good Lady Heidemann and Major Dario. Specifically about the situation in Balerno. I don't think that I am alone when I believe that something like this needs to come to a swift end. And I'm sure that we would all love to see Balerno re-enter the fold sooner rather than later.
Agreed. Due to the acts of the good Lady Heidemann and her diplomatic outings towards Palermo, she's been able to achieve some form of understanding with the denizens there. We are simply waiting for a meeting with the Baron so we can further discuss, and hopefully the cooperation of Palermo, of how to pull them back in to the barony as a whole. Of course, that meeting can happen whenever you so well please, Barons and Baroness.
The current terms, as it stands, is they've requested some Imperial presence to help safeguard, to be sent into the city, but they still will not open the gates. I'm still in the process of selecting the most trusted diplomatic staff by Sergeant Sanders.
My Baron, if
You have something?
Major Dario, it is clear that the longer this process goes on with you, the more, how should I say, suspicious the circumstances. There are many rumors, you see, of the Imperials plotting against this province. How long should we let you run
Suspicious.
free as a dog?
My
Yes.
good lord, suspicion has no place at the table with the Imperium after it was us that won the war for the barony. Let it make it privy that it was me and the Marshal who decided the fate of this very barony due to the arrogant acts of the upper class and their falsehood not summoning their levies.
Let's say the Major isn't outright sabotaging things. Yes, he finished the war for us.
I lost a ship of 1,200 men! Sabotaging! It was the acts of this barony and the upper class that allowed treason and a schism through the entirety of this barony. If that never occurred, then these men would never have died. And you accuse me and my leadership of treachery. Are you fools?
Warmonger plotting with another warmonger. I think it's clear, Baron.
A warmonger who has saved your province, a time and time
Claudia, as
again.
you stand here, you can hear Dario and the Patrizios continue to shout and argue. You feel as though you need to intervene.
That I might keep in mind is keeping at bay of the orcs and the Vapex who could very well trudge through all of your lands and take everything you
His
own.
men have occupied our trenches between us and the enemy.
Lady Heidemann, please. You have something to add.
I do. Now that the good Baroness has called for silence, I will have my say. Forgive the good Major's outburst. He is a military man, not a diplomatic officer by any means. But credit where credit is due, he gets results. And yes, indeed, was the main barrier between you and you no longer being nobility, just another body in a ditch. This is just simple fact. It was because of my efforts and the efforts of Venora and through the Imperium that this province is even still here. Now that you have an understanding of your history that happened but weeks ago, please understand that the Imperium has no intentions of doing anything in the sort of sabotage, and to even suggest as such is ridiculous. What would be the point in bringing the good Baroness to see Adasco to end the war? despite going against my own superior orders. I wasn't supposed to leave. I left because it was the right thing to do. Why would a woman, so young as I am, but 21 years old, wish to uproot this world we live in now? I vie for peace.
You left out the foreigner in this dealing of saying the Empire was the one who won it all. Hmm?
This foreigner,
history,
Arnulf
isn't there a dark
Earhart,
mark upon you too?
this foreigner that you constantly insult, destroyed the Capitano's racketeering and murderous intent. This foreigner held a keep between you and losing your titles. This foreigner worked to ensure that this
Heidemann, we
province
have
would
protocol.
survive.
Too much change in the idealings of foreigners. Baroness, please.
Let her finish.
Foreigner
There's been
or
too many
not,
interruptions in this council room.
I apologize, my baronet.
foreigner or not, these facts remain. I don't care how you feel. Facts don't care about your feelings. But I do care that these facts are put through your mind. The Imperials have lost much.
Sophistry!
The very words you speak are nothing but slander. Let me make it apparent to this entire room that if the Imperium leaves today, this province falls. You and your garrison have what? 200 men, not even. The Imperium's rank in the 1300. If we leave, you lose everything. To the Verpex and the Orcs. Is that the fate you wish?
Our doorstep no longer, Major. How much of our money are you taking with the taxes alone?
Then you are truly foolish and arrogant as every noble is. You
Major.
will lose everything you own in the blink of an eye.
Major.
Hold, Dario. You make it sound as though you intend to hold us hostage.
Oh. Those cannons
I do
ain't
not
the
intend
right
to do as such, but there is a debt that this barony owes the Imperium. Let that be ever prevalent, Baron Kovaz.
One day,
If I may.
the next he is claiming soil just like them.
My Baron, he got lucky. All of them did. This is why we have protocol.
My lords, ladies, please, please, hear me for what I have to say. I have presented you with the facts. I have presented you with your history as you know it. The reason the province still stands. Perhaps I haven't presented you with enough. Will this brooch do? That was given to me by your baroness. Oh, I'm just some foreigner, then why do I have this? I did my part here. Did you do yours? The silence speaks for itself.
Well said.
Forgive me, my baroness. Point being, back to the original topic of Balerno. They do want diplomatic staff there. Imperial. They are not ready to open up their walls for the rest of the Redod force. They cannot trust it after being wronged 4 times. They spoke of ill intent. Nonetheless from the brothers, unfortunately. But perhaps if their own baroness were willing to speak to them, perhaps they would be able to see that cutting themselves off from the province in the long run is not going to do the dynasty any favors. And I died. I crashed. Lovely. Provides point. Can't get to point. Oops. I'm glad I slayed it. That's the idea. I'm diplomacy. We must make sense of it. These nobles did nothing. We have poured and bled for this province that's not ours. It's heart-wrenching. Really. But you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
You have no grounds to make such accusations!
We put coin and men into this war. This war that lasted too long.
Your coin is going
This has been too long. We've lost too many men.
I would love to see what record of coin that you all have in this.
Here comes the man.
You how indebted we are.
The council are doing.
To make the first step.
I've never seen
Arrogant nobles, the lot of you!
Major, you're not helping.
You insolent cur.
You pulled your ranks back because the diplomat got captured. This war went on long enough. We lost too many men. You're a coward.
Coward, where are your levies? Your men sticking up in your fucking abodes is where they were.
My men are dead because you ran back to your fucking ships because you couldn't keep one girl safe! Your men are dead because of your poor fucking leadership! You couldn't even protect your own ships! You're a coward!
You cry and scream about losing men.
You let yourselves get
You've lost nothing compared to the Imperium. Nothing.
We lost plenty. We lost standing.
You lost your coin. You can get it back.
You had no coin to give
to
in
the
the
men we
first
lost because
place.
of-
It was mine and mine.
You lost nothing compared to the Imperium.
Mine.
Enough! Screaming match after screaming match for both sides! We are all adults here. No, if you want to scream like whining children, then you have no right to be here and give your thoughts and opinions on this matter in this council room! Do you understand?
Yes, Lady Baroness.
Yes, Baroness.
Of course, my parents.
Nothing is being solved with bringing in circles of conversation. We understand the impact that things have happened and occurred within our fair dynasty. Heartbreak, ruin, our city crumbling around us. But I will not stand for those who are considered allies at this moment, at these tables, to continue doing this. This is not how we have a productive conversation. Tomorrow, This meeting is adjourned. I will speak to the Imperials tomorrow, and we will get all of this handled. Do I make myself clear to everyone in this council room?
Yes, Baroness.
Yes, Baroness.
Shuldar would never have stood for any of this. Any of this. Be gone from my sight, all of you. All of you.
Of course. Meeting is adjourned.
That includes you, my sons. I will
This is
not
what
have
happens when we let the
arguments
riffraff into our
happen like
council
this.
meetings.
Yes, when we let the wildlife come into the court.
Did you not
Put some
hear
gold
what the
in.
Baroness said?
Get out!
To see them.
Oh, maybe you need to go find some in your pocket or ask your bitch wife or
Crawl
something.
back into your slave pits where you belong.
At least I can buy slaves.
Oh, that was nasty.
Things like
Maybe
a
you should
slave
spread
talks
yours in
like
the
a
back
slave.
house more.
It's nothing new, Nowser.
Yes.
I'm thankful for everything the Imperium has
Baron,
done
there's something I would like to
providing
speak
aid.
to you about.
But do remember whose
Our mutual
soil you
friend.
stand
Even
on.
my men's
Oh,
Very aware of the very
the one
ground
who is
you
using
stand on.
Imperials is
My office,
speaking.
I want to make it very apparent to you that it is not I that collects the dead. They will send someone far worse.
Lord Erhard,
Nothing will happen. No say.
I
Yes,
will
Lord
need to
Chancellor.
speak with your lord's son
We take
and his
our
lordship directly after. May we
It would
join
be
you?
smart.
Certainly, please, by all means.
Mm.
I've seen men and women twice your age fold in half. A little less than halfway through
Lady
that.
Eidemann,
Well spoken, Lady Eidemann. You did well.
I must need to speak with you before you depart this place. Would you
Please.
please accompany me?
I will accompany you.
You have my thanks.
Whisker sponsor, of course.
Forgive my outburst,
Lord Chamberlain.
Baron. The
Lord Erhard,
there have a way of carrying.
it sounds like you had a quite the session at court today.
Patrizos, that people had opinions and they were vocal about them. I wish more issues could be solved.
Most every question asked was asked and
As
answered.
do I.
Lord Marshal, I would
There's
like
a lot
to
of
make
suspicion at that table. A lot of it's unfounded. I wonder why they feel that way, though.
I have
Perhaps
an idea.
guilty conscience.
I spent much defense of you and your son.
Need to have a
You have not
small meeting, Major, with sponsor. You'll have to wait a time.
Sadly, the rest of this nation will never see you for what
It may be beneficial for us both.
But you are the man we need at this time. The readiness and initiative I am most grateful of.
Only 2 outbursts this time.
Tethered,
I'm really
held
proud of
together
you.
by mere string and glue.
I understand what it's like to lose your home.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Guilty conscience
Yes,
and
I have
knowing
my
what
own
we
motives,
know
and I
Cove
won't
has
transparent
probably
with you
brought
now.
them all on.
But I will by no means have my hand or that of my houses in any sort of wrongdoing or destruction
My lord.
of the province that sees to our safety.
I understand.
Shall we?
Patrizio. Likewise, I am doing so well. Thank you for asking.
Admin, and to Dario.
Good
My
man.
Baron.
But I forgot to say the animals speak. Quite the upstarts.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure that court was quite exciting, but I'm afraid that my Lord Mem, he bids me to speak with these animals, as you call them. Pardon me.
Yes, careful with the mud.
We all play our parts, don't we?
Yes, indeed.
Don't worry. He's just buttering them up.
You would follow me, Lady Eiderman.
Of course.
I'll leave this meeting to you, Lady Eiderman. I will
Very
speak
well.
with the young Lord Erhard about an excursion.
I hear you. While you're doing that, I must let you know I've already sent a covert runner to the refugee camp to see if it's still active at all.
Very good.
Hopefully I get some information
You can
about
think
it.
of something for Palermo for tomorrow.
Of course.
Something sound and true.
The people want to hear their Baroness. They want to know that they're not forgotten. If she would come out. And hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Lady Heidemann, Major, we'll convene at some point soon. Thank you for your help today.
I believe that I need Lady Eiderman with your son.
The Baron asked us to come speak to them, so we're taking care of that at once, fortunately.
Of course. I shall entertain you for the meantime, Lady Eiderman.
Very well.
I will be waiting outside when you are all done.
I do love entertainment. Oh, did you hear? Sarkozy approved the festival we're going to be having. I know we made a big rumor about it.
Looking
in the
forward to the
fiasco
next slobbering of
ceremony.
yours.
But now it's actually happening a few weeks time.
It was quite useful for the
An
dinner.
into the war.
Well,
arts
congratulations!
Very
I
exciting.
cannot wait to attend if I have the free time, of course.
Oh, you must attend. It is a matter of prestige. You have to.
Hmm.
If you don't, people will think
Well,
you're not supporting the
prestige is not
dynasty.
really my department.
You will realize the way of this land.
Lord Mem usually has more busy work for me.
Please come with me. I wish to
I'm
understand
sure a
this
mem
council
could stop
meeting.
by at some point.
Anyway,
Yes. This guardsman. Oh, come over here.
Understood.
Guardsman. Come here for a moment. You, the one with the beard.
Yes, sir.
This guard knows a magic trick. Show us, guardsman. You're the one.
Oh dear.
Which one, my lord?
You know the one.
Oh dear. I'm gonna cackle, aren't I?
Isn't it amusing?
That is extraordinary. Completely
Yes.
detached.
Yes, it truly is. I know.
Have you tried this one? Have you tried this
Thank
one?
you.
Hmm. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Oh dear. Come on, have a laugh.
Oh.
It was a valiant attempt.
At attention, guardsmen. To your place.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, rather silly.
Major, I do not believe that there is anything else requiring you.
I'm gonna wait for the Lord Erhard, but I'll depart.
There he goes. Can you believe it? Only 2
I
outposts. 2 today. I'm very proud of him. So
I
much
must admit,
improvement.
I'm actually not a huge fan of the Ozians. However, I like Theo, but he is a bit too much for me.
Well, that's probably because I'm not Theosian. Unless you didn't get that part
well.
in the arena.
And I suppose the...
Where I said, I'm from Anax territory.
Well... Yes. Marquis. A pleasure to see you as always.
I've been hearing interesting things about the meeting.
Word travels quickly around these halls, you know?
As I understand it,
And what have you heard?
the outsiders have been raising their voices.
Hmm.
And the insiders as
Lady
well.
Hardiman.
It was a right prick measuring contest for us all. I can't partake in that, though. I lack the ability.
The ability or the
As I
equipment?
understand it, you were quite vocal.
The equipment.
I'm sure that if you had the equipment, you would have the ability.
I know, bro.
I see you know a magic trick as well.
Hmm. Oh, it's nothing.
I'm sure I'll be brought up to speed on everything, and then I will be speaking to the Barons.
I couldn't resist.
You know, Marky, you always look so frustrated. You should stop by the bathhouse.
The day I do not have to put up with these outsiders, I will be less stressed. Good day.
Well, yes, good day indeed.
Hopefully it gets off his plate. Hmm.
I think that some of his businesses are having trouble back in wherever he comes from. I believe Coruscant.
His business was sending the marshal here first. The council marshal. But
Hmm.
instead they sent him. He doesn't even want to be here. At least that's what I heard.
I see.
Hmm.
Give me 1 moment so I can check on the meeting because I am growing
Please.
impatient. I don't know about
That
you.
is alright.
Pardon me, just 1 moment. God. Entertain the Lady
Yes.
Hardiman.
I don't need entertainment. I can entertain myself just fine. But orders are orders, so I suppose you must entertain me. Do you know any jokes? Any?
No.
No? What's your name?
Sabir.
Sabir. That's a funny name. It's like spear, but with bear. I see why you don't have any jokes. You could be the joke. I bet you're a laughing stock in the barracks.
You are pushing your luck.
Pushing my luck. Right, that does sound better than Sabir. I like that name better. You're pushing your luck. Alright, I'll leave you alone. Hmm. Hey, Lottie can have fun too. She rarely gets to have fun. Yeah. This is the music I played for Exter all the time when he was bumbling around like a lost idiot. I call it the Abacus theme. It's great. A lot of
They're
fun
going to be a
memories.
while.
Oh dear. Tragic.
Yes. Oh dear, indeed. They're having one of those nights. You see, I like to keep my conversations quick. You know, I'm a businessman. That is why, you know, I'm the Lord Chamberlain, not like Chancellor.
I too.
Yeah, Marshal.
There were quite a few things I wanted to
Oh,
say
the
in that
long-winded
council room,
things.
but it would have just added to the already long-winded conversation. Venora is a wonderful individual, wonderful person. However, she can be a
Very
little
long-winded.
long-winded. Precisely. But then again, she's not a noble. So she says things how they are, down to the last detail, because she thinks that's what nobles want, when all she had to say is, I want this land to produce alchemical herbs in vast quantities, and I need the rights to have a tribe to protect that land and the quantities and quantities within, so that the dynasty can thrive.
That's all she had to say. You're right.
All she had to say.
Right. That's it. And it would have been done. And
All
yawn
the
and
all
go
the
on and so
nobles would have heard is money. Ooh, money, prosperity. Well, I'm not going to do anything in the woods.
Right.
That's all it took. All it would have taken. Don't worry, she's getting better.
Yes. Oh, I wonder if once you become like a lord like the Patrizios, when you start holding land, I wonder if like something happens to your mind or just slows down. You know, you just stop being able to what is the word? Cogitate.
I
You
wouldn't
just
know.
can no
That
longer summarize.
Sounds an awful lot like marriage. You
having
just
to
settle
play.
down, you forget about everything. You just start living off the land and watching it all go away. Oh, and I can't wait.
Yes, yes. Can't wait for what?
Marriage. Maybe in a few years from now.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. So exciting. Give birth to little children and have those children give birth again. And then continue the cycle. It's rather disgusting when you put it like that. But oh well, the things we do.
Yes, it is. You are not like many of the Gradian maidens, I would say that.
No,
They
I
are
say how it
usually
is.
either cutthroat or they are very shy and prudish.
That is a trick. You have been fooled. If you really think they are shy and prudish, then you are being manipulated by a woman's whims. It is the same reason why poetry exists. For men to women, or to romance women, but the same can apply to women, and they do it all the time through manipulative
Lady
gestures,
Idaman.
perhaps a touch on the shoulder. It's all too simple
Lady Idaman,
for men.
it is cute that you think that I am one that could be easily manipulated.
I wonder if I told you that there was a
You needn't.
murderer in that council room that hasn't been outed yet, that I know is a murderer, would you believe it?
Oh, yes, I would.
You're right, half the people in there are murderers. So I'd be telling the truth. I wouldn't have to manipulate you into believing me.
Right.
Alright, I'll do you
You
one
see,
better.
the trick... Well, hold on. I just want to be clear. I do not possess magic powers. I do not think that my intellect is so above other people's that I can avoid being manipulated. No, the reason I can't be manipulated, Lady Heidemann, and this is the trick, is because I know all of the secrets. I know the information. I have spies. They talk to me. I hear rumors. I schmooze people. I am
schmooze.
the manipulator. So it is hard to be the one to be manipulated when you are the manipulator. Watch the door. If the lords start coming, yell at me.
I see. So you are the master manipulator.
I am the master manipulator.
Should have a
Of
name,
course, saying
a shorter
that
name.
means and shows very, very clearly shows that I'm not the master manipulator, of course. But I
Very
am a
well,
very good
Lord
one.
M&M. I get you. I hear you. No, I don't think master manipulator sounds too good now that I think about it. Sounds
No,
like
not
a
at all.
dungeon name. For activities.
That is. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on them
Bye-bye.
again.
Uh-huh. Oh, what a funny man.
I could pull one over. That's the issue, though. Lolly is not the romantic type. She wouldn't really know how to romance you. She'd probably do it without knowing. Held for reason, sex-based terms. Damn. There he is, dude! There's Clock Talk!
I am fetching them.
Very good.
Oh, wait, is that you, my lord?
Huh? Oh,
Oh,
yes.
my lord. So good to see you.
I'm sorry. My back hurts from filing so many taxes.
Phil! Oh my god.
Very well, very well. I will leave you this time. This time, my lord.
I own so many vineyards, it's so hard to keep track of them all.
Of course you do, of course
Is he
you
playing?
do.
Is he playing bearded Trump? I own so many hotels all across America.
That is my grandfather.
Oh. He owns so many vineyards.
No, he does not own a single vineyard. I don't know where he is going.
Is he wandering off?
I'm actually very worried. Yes,
You
he
should probably
is.
go after him. Next thing he's gonna be
I
spouting
can't,
on
I have
about
to
is how
wait
he took
for-
out a small
I
loan
have
of
to
$1
wait for
million
you and the
coin.
I worry about
dear.
him.
Hmm. Good lord.
It's funny. I find it funny.
Good day.
Good day.
I hope it's still day. I've been in here for hours.
I am fetched the young Erhard.
Hey, Heidemann.
Very good.
Good day,
Why
Lord.
don't you just follow
Good
me
day,
down
Lord.
this hallway?
Hmm.
Bit of a lion's den this morning.
Oof. A lot of red herrings
we are
and
going
false
to use this
narratives
room.
and asked and answered questions that were very boring.
Right. In here?
Hate when the doors
Hmm.
do that. Yes.
It's the springs they put them on.
This is my office now. I've claimed it in the name.
I love it. I especially love the books. You'll have to excuse me. I'm paying attention.
Lady Heidemann, please come sit down.
Okay, but can I have one afterward?
Oh. Alright. Let's get down to business, shall we? Yeah. So, the two of you, what are you giggling about?
Her chair, like, cracked. Sorry. Sorry, Chamberlain.
You cracked
It
my
won't happen
chair?
again.
No. Are you calling me fat?
Do you know how expensive this chair is?
I told you, don't eat the bread.
I don't eat bread. Can't believe you'd say that about me.
You're a baker that doesn't eat her own bread.
I don't bake anymore. No, it does weird things to my stomach. and also puts on weight.
All right. It's serious. So, this is what's going to happen. We have heard reports that there are robber barons' men at the refugee camp. I am told that both of you are aware of this place. You and I have already spoken about this, Lord Erhard.
Yes, we have. I haven't been there in some time, though, personally.
I
And
have
you,
heard.
Lady Ottoman?
I sent out a runner yesterday to check for intelligence to see about their current standing, if they're even still there after yesterday. I suppose time will tell. I have yet
Right.
to hear back.
So here's what's going to happen. The two of you are going to gather up a small convoy of carts from the Carters Guild that have already been sequestered, resources provided by the dynasty. What I want you to do is I want you to take a list of individuals that I have right here. I'm going to read them out for you. Marin Lanette, the priestess of Izara. I'm sure the two of you are familiar. Wood Elf Lorelei?
Hunter.
Yes. Wait. A brewmaster? Clifford?
He's handy with a blade.
Okay. The brewmaster Clifford. Associate from the Carters Guild, Bargo Thor. He is already familiar with the route. He will be going along with you. And then we are requisitioning any Imperial surgeons that are available. Lady Heidemann. Now,
perhaps a detachment to support them and protect them.
I would prefer diplomatic troops on this venture rather than, literal peasants.
Yes, I understand, and that would be much more professional. However, I am told that it would be more beneficial for our relations with these people, trying to reintegrate them into the society here in Nautis, trying to bring them back into the fold, to approach with peasants. There is a man at the camp, a former robber baron sergeant. His name is Nico Sorad. He is a captain now, or so he goes by. He is in charge of the security there. What I want you to do is I want you to go there, and I want you to convince him to convince his people there that they need to return to Nautis. I want you to pack up their things.
He's a cook, or
You
was
do.
a cook. When I was at Telor, he was but a sergeant.
We'll need a letter of confirmation that the robber baron has surrendered. That would help us greatly.
I can provide that for you. In fact,
a signature from the robber baron would be more
me-
convincing, I will say.
Is my QRF preoccupied as
can-
well? This seems like a great thing for them.
We are trying to minimize the military detail here, Lord Erhard. I'm also
I only
not
bring it
familiar
up.
with your QRF. I'm going to be honest.
Wow, okay. Rude, first of all. Second of all, the only reason I bring it up is because the last time we rode out to try and reclaim something from the robber baron's men, they were overrun by orcs and we lost a lot of men. I don't want that to happen again.
All right. First of all, I intend no rudeness, Lord Erhard. Can you explain to me this QRF?
During the fight with the robber baron, I trained a group of rough riders, essentially, a quick response force, trained personally by myself in my house. Used the horses that we recaptured from them. But if they're preoccupied, then we can do it with peasants.
Okay, I will see what I can do. I will see if I can bring any of them along for your benefit, Lord Erhard. Although
Thank you for the wonderful
Lady Heidemann
suggestion.
Sure.
And the surgeons, they are invaluable.
Oh, yes.
Well, the surgeons were already requested. So they are absolutely
Right,
necessary.
but we want to protect them, is what I mean.
Hmm.
Oh yes, of course. No, I completely understand.
Very well. And that's
Very
everything
well.
I need.
I will.
Sure.
I will make sure that a copy of a statement of surrender from Dasko is provided in the cart in the driver's seat, ready for your pickup, Lord Earhart. And
Fantastic.
I will see if I can get any of your Rough Riders, these Outriders that you have trained up. I will tell you this. I'm not sure how many of them are on standby or if they are available. They may be deployed on patrols.
They are busy boys.
But I will see how
If we
many
had
of
more
them.
time.
Yes,
I understand.
Yes, I will see how many of them I can summon at a moment's notice. If you can begin gathering the individuals that I offered. Here, please. Begin preparing them. And we
all
will.
the others.
I will send out those Rough Riders as soon as I can. I have to go get this letter from Adasco, and I'm sure that he is not going to be very cooperative.
Oh no, he will. He will be very cooperative. Trust me.
If he wants his men to be alive.
For his own men, he will
might be
do
very
anything.
cooperative to you, but every single time I go in there, he just rants and goes on and on.
Well,
He likes to
tell
talk, that
him
man.
Ladia says it is in his best interest to save his men that are at the refugee camp, to sign a signature, to give a copy of the said surrender. I'm sure he'll see reason then.
I will let him know that you said so, Lady Eidemann.
It would help me save more lives.
my
Us
pleasure.
save more lives. Oh boy.
You know this captain then?
Well, he was a cook, a sergeant mess soldier back in Telor.
Right.
He must have been bumped up due to, well, the infractions from the scarecrows and everything else. He's a very practical man, but extremely loyal to a fault, especially to the Robber Baron. If we don't get that slip, there's not a chance. He won't surrender.
I'll let you front run that as best as you can, and I'll provide aid when I...
He's a good sod. He was one of the only ones that really treated me fair at Tello without, well, being so rude to foreigners. He could see it
Then
my
he already
way,
looks
and
on you with
his
favor.
and his family is from Belernos. There's another thing. Oh boy, so yes, can't be done by so many diplomatic soldiers. I see the point, but sending peasants that have no...
I'm worried about orcs.
Oh.
It's gonna be bad if we get caught out.
I'm hoping the runner I sent yesterday will give us a lay of the land. It was an Arlandi refugee named Jackson. Don't know if he'll come back. But I do have his receipt. He owes the clinic 4 silver, so... if not, I'm giving it to Silvervein.
You will hunt him to the end of the earth, yes.
Oh, I'll have Silvervein do it.
Oh no, not Silvervein.
I know. No one wants to be hunted by Silvervein. It's not fun.
Okay, are your surgeons allowed to carry weapons?
Yes, they are. In defense, their oath is, first do no harm. The second part of that oath is, and then do what you must.
And do no harm.
Mhm.
Alright, I'll meet you by the Carter's Guild. I'm gonna change and look around for these people.
Very well. I will find a surgeon, more than likely Ulrich. We'll see what happens.
Give me one of the things. Night killers.
No. No rifles. Not a chance. Not a single rifle. I've had enough explosions. Ludwig! Ulrich! One of you. Damn it all. Hello? It's as dead as a church up here. Oh, goodness. Ludwig! Ulrich! What a start. Nothing. Ulrich, are you upstairs? God, he won't hear me through those
As
metal
you
doors
yell
anyway.
for anyone, you look at the table and see a note scribbled in Ludwig's handwriting that says, "If anyone needs me, I'll be near the marketplace."
Go find him. Ulrich can't join us, I suppose. Have to be Ludwig. As much as he doesn't like the risk of fighting.
Fine. Tell him if he
I'll be
breaks
back.
it, he's bought it.
All right.
In multiple
I'm not quite sure if
He's in today.
which would be quite concerning.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Ludwig. Diplomatic mission underway. You are requested as you're the only surgeon available. Aye, aye.
Well, 50 copper.
We'll have to pass the
More
Mr.
hands,
later
so-
then.
I will need more hands. If you want to attend us, you may attend as my diplomatic safety force.
Got you
Hans.
down, 50 copper.
Let us go, shall we? We'll wait in front of the clinic, and then we'll go down to the Carter's Guild once everyone is rounded up. I'm looking for at least 2 more Imperials.
Looks like the sergeants are busy. Might be a bit later.
Good day.
Good day. I'll be riding my horse Stefan, everyone else will be riding on a cart. Day Ulrich, are you available? We'll possibly need
I
some
am.
surgeons for this next bit. I'll have to secure the refugee camp, if it's still standing at all. It's a direct order from the barony in Gaspanzo, so we need to head off at some point. I'm going to leave a note for the Major. I know he's quite busy, he's probably at the embassy, but I will say this was an order, a diplomatic order sent by the Baroness so that I don't get in trouble. Right, let me write this down. Perfect. So start gathering your things. Not expecting an orc presence, but it is out in the crags, so plan for something.
Okay.
No rifles. Can't work diplomatically if there are rifles. Sorry. And on diplomatic mission to found security to the refugee camp. I have taken a force, Holmes, Renwick, and some others to enact diplomacy with Captain Surratt. Right, have everything you need. I have everything I need. Oh, I did not get my shield. It's got to go with me everywhere I go. Right, shall we? would like to know what we're walking into. I was hoping that Jackson, the one we treated yesterday, would be able to give me some information. If there's any orc presence at all, but damn it all. Just have to go in blind.
I'm sure there will be some issue. Nothing's ever easy.
Hmm. Nothing ever is easy. There's gonna be no rifles. I hate to do it to them, but I can't function properly. Hamper diplomacy, so I don't think rifles would be a good idea to fire amongst the crags anyway. It would alert hordes of orcs. Best to do it within the vicinity.
So what's the idea with this? What exactly are we doing?
Well, I was just informed by the Lord that the refugee camp, at least since it was last heard of, is still standing and guarded by the the robber baron's soldiers. If they stay out there for too long, they're going to get overrun within those crags, especially seeing as the orcs are more heavily fortified, and let's be honest, they have no fortifications. And all it takes is one war troll in the dead of night and everyone dies. So, we need to get them out of there, offer them safe passage on the carts, take up everything they can over time, bring them closer to the city. Offer safe passage, safe harbor for a time. The robber barons men will be taken into custody to be reintegrated and re-educated on the current times. And hopefully, we don't encounter orcs on the way. So let's hope.
I see.
Best foot forward. So yes, we will definitely need surgeons. Definitely. Not taking any more risks. Alright, regardless. Lord Earhart said, once the few that I've gathered have been gathered, take them off and meet at the Carter's Guild. So, if this is it, should probably head off now. Would have liked to see Erwin around, but oh well. God Almighty.
Okay. Sure, man.
It just would be like maybe a day or two before I could make another one, depending on
Shit.
the herbs I find.
Hey, Bargo.
That's why I never nobody. Hi.
Right. Well, I suppose this is going to be the gathering place then.
Yelling at another person, they have a really small brain, and the other person's just standing there.
You have two surgeons, my lord. We're ready and waiting.
We are leaving in 30
What are you
minutes.
wearing on your
so
head?
30 minutes. It's a veil.
Are you
Doesn't
getting
a veil go
married?
on the other side?
Congratulations!
No!
I thought a veil was supposed to cover the face.
Yeah,
No,
I
just
thought-
the
I
back,
thought you
so
were
I don't
supposed
get
to cover
sunburned.
your face.
Is it symbolic or something?
Nice little veil
No,
thing
it's
that
just
you
a
have.
lady things
Some
ladies wear.
fucking people outside my house. Come here. You're not going anywhere until I have a QRF set up. This is fucking
Fantastic.
stupid.
Yes, thank you.
So stand down for now. 30 minutes. I'm gonna make sure there's a QRF force in position. I will give you a raven. If things go awry with what you're doing, you let the raven go, it'll come back here and we'll send QRF to you. You are not leaving till I have that set up. This is
Great
too
idea.
fishy.
We hear you, Lord, and we will
Sounds about right.
stay.
Go double
That's
check.
what we were saying, Heidemann.
Oh, that being said, I think I'll go harass Miss Venora.
Excellent.
Well,
And
you're
you're
the man.
all
About 30
disbanded
minutes.
until
Well,
it's
that was
time.
about on par
30
anyway,
minutes.
so I guess that works.
Tang Venora. Even I could understood that one.
Well,
think
about
it.
it.
Tang, our friend, made of metal, hard to
I
miss.
just have a simple question, but go ahead.
I haven't seen him
Ooh,
around.
fresh cloth.
Really?
Hello.
I saw him out in the, well, I mean, I saw him out in the forest, but I haven't seen him.
What?
in-
Yes.
Well, I guess they got the ransom. Sorry. What customer?
What seems to be the problem here?
I don't know.
Touching the moldy cloth.
I know it's just going to waste, and all I'm doing is making mouth
Ma'am,
sounds and touching
What
it, and he gets so
machinations
irritated.
do you have for moldy,
Oh, I haven't taken any. I've just made little
Oh.
lip sounds and touched them. And he gets so irritated. I don't know what's wrong with him. What a crazy, crazy merchant. Anyway, continue business.
Would you like some dyes, madam? Since you came
No,
over?
thank you. No dice for me.
I just got a new import of a dye.
I'm sure Sanders will be around for dye. Because he wants to dye his cloaks. Crazy man.
Well, I think we all know what he wants to die, but I don't think we want to say it because we've heard it enough.
The cloaks. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Lots and lots of cloaks. Did you know that it's going to cost 5 silver per cloak?
I've heard, and it's absurd.
Ridiculous.
And then he tried
Exactly.
to ask the major to pay for it.
Yeah, that's coming out of his stipend. Which I told him. There's not a chance the major's going to allow that to slide.
I feel like he failed to realize that a lot of the coin that we brought with us is currently at the bottom of that river.
Ah. Well, there's always a Triton that could very well go down and fetch it
Ah,
for us.
yes, let's...
Hmm.
Are we sure that's
Well, why
the
not?
best idea?
I don't know. Some of it can go missing, but all of it is already missing. I don't see a reason why not. More money for everyone. When it comes down to it, a lot of people seem to care more about money than they do about safety. So we'll see.
Well... I can throw the idea to Dario. See what he has to say about it. I don't think, well...
You're going to entrust a creature,
Suppose he's not
a
a
feral
true-
beast, to collect our coin? That feral beast saved 20 men, so... Hmm.
Well,
Like it
there's
or
more
not.
than one Triton.
That is true. You want to go to ask a noble to do it? Or Nero, maybe.
There's other Tritons other than them that are around town, is what I mean.
True enough.
Though I don't know their background, some of them seem rather, they don't do mercenary work, and I'll leave it at that. but they keep a sword on them.
I will be back in 20 odd minutes. Hold that thought. I must kiss my wife. Good bed.
Alright.
I want to kiss my wife. I'll be back. Excuse me.
Trash man.
Huh?
Sorry. Just letting you know, out of character, I was just buying time. We need to free NPCs
That's perfect.
from another
I'm
model.
gonna kiss my wife. Good bed.
Okay.
And then I'll come back.
By the
I'll be
way,
back.
I'm very
Uh-huh.
happy for you. I didn't get to say that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm married.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That's so cool.
Because I like my horse. And I trust my horse to take me exactly where I need to go. Shall we?
Depends on order. You finally ready?
Hmm.
Being an idiot. Yeah. It's just. But yeah, it was Kane could have asked.
I'm sure
They could have gotten Clifford to ask.
Thank you.
They could have gotten Silvana. They could have.
Doesn't Clifford work with her? I seem to be in the way of all of you being able to ride off into the sunset and do heroic
Yes.
things.
So heroic. So much diplomacy. Oh,
So much
it's gonna be a
diplomacy.
I'll be fine. It's them you gotta worry about.
You sure?
Because there's
Mhm.
grey orcs leading it.
Right.
Gotta work right there. Bogo, we're taking up this street. We should either stage them here or out the gate.
Yep, absolutely.
Ulrich.
Is there the letter of confirmation in there, by the way? They said it would be in the driver's seat.
Yes, letter of confirmation.
Do you mind handing it to Lady Ivan for me?
Excellent. Yes, I could definitely use that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Trust me,
Volker.
you're bringing the person of records with you, so.
Let's stage them on the North Road. Just while we're waiting for the others to show up.
To be honest, I would bring a second one because of the evacuees, just in case. But to be honest, I think it would be
That's your call. You know cops better than me. There's an entire refugee camp there, though.
That's true.
I agree. We'll need to
Might be some outer guard holding up there.
have the two surgeons take up the rear. Mm-hmm.
Take up the rear.
You heard her.
Rear cart. I'll follow along gingerly.
Be safe, please survive.
Second seat.
Mm.
Second front seat.
Remember, get rid of stuff.
That's right. Gotta get rid of things.
Do you know the way? I haven't been out here in a long time.
I know the
You two can go
general
together. Dan and
area.
I will go together. Just follow my lead.
It'll take some time, but we can do it.
Don't lead into the forest. Out in the open is the best case. Trust me on that.
Protect the diplomat. Protect the carts.
Understood. Keep with
Stage them first. Let's move them out.
Protect the people too.
Righto, boys. Let's. We're gonna stage the carts out in the North Road. Good to see you again, all.
Come on.
I am Lord. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it very least.
At least we now know where he is. It's not exactly great, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I am. God damn it, I am.
Just so we're not blocking everything.
Lady Heidman, Lord, I'd recommend a surrounding formation.
Aye, aye.
These types of ventures.
I agree. I'm just waiting for the other people to show up. before we actually-
Why else would we be going?
You're not wrong.
There's people probably need
Ryan,
help. It's not just for us.
Clifford and Lorelei, right?
Correct.
And you
Speak for yourself, I'm doing this purely for myself.
It's been some time since you rode out by yourself, but you're usually used to.
Of course.
Yeah, it is. There it is. I got him to smirk. You can't tell, but it's there.
To the QR after you trained, and it's just an odd feeling.
You need sleep, Ulrich. And hand cream. If you didn't think I noticed before you put the gloves on. The blisters.
Yeah,
Instead of polishing so many tools, take a
town?
break.
I assume they're a part of it if they're not in the city.
There was a group of
They'll
outriders
heal.
that,
It'll be fine.
rode out looking for trouble.
You do not need to worry.
Found it.
If you say so.
My lord, I believe time is of the essence. The longer we wait,
Really
the
is.
darker it will get.
Starting to see a sun.
I don't want to be out here when the sun goes down. I know you can see in the dark, but I can't.
Alright, well, I guess Clifford and Lorelei will have to stay behind. Everyone ready?
We have to do what must be done.
Alright.
On you, Lord.
Front cart, take the lead. I don't know the exact way. Remember, the Rough Riders stay around the outside. We're avoiding orcs. If we start taking fire, make sure we keep moving. We do not slow down. We do not stop. We're going to be going through their territory. If we stop, it's going to be bad. Once we get there, we're going to assess the situation, see if we can bring people home. And again, on the way home, our main job is to protect the refugees and get them back here. Everyone understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
Yes, our lord.
Let's go then. After you.
Follow close.
It's been an age since I've ridden out on peaceful land for once. As peaceful as it gets.
Make your way, the beating sun slowly shifting rather than being dead. Time north. You have no idea the condition of these individuals will be in. How willing will so many of them be to leave? These are the questions that run through your mind.
Your,
And only hope things worse.
Yes.
There's a raven on the back of my horse that will go to my father if things get bad. If we need to do it, I will call you to do it, and I will protect you on the way. Understood?
I hear you. I'm really hoping we don't have to send birds. Really hoping. I know. Not looking forward to it.
You're gonna be okay with, you know...
Okay with what?
I've seen you in pretty intense combat situations before, and I just keep an eye on
As long as there's no rifles and there's no combat that is for a prolonged period of time, I'll be fine. So if I can do my job and meet the path of least resistance, then I'll be fine.
Understood.
I must say, I am a bit deaf though, since there's explosions last night, which doesn't help.
We were talking of the grease fire.
So that's what it was. All that loud crashing and banging. Lovely.
Keeping this pace
Yeah, don't put that up in the air.
I feel sorry for the horses.
Truly.
We're gonna come around the corner and they're gonna be riding the waterfall or something.
Yikes.
Hey, it'd be good for you guys to see some action again. Train you to sit around.
Last time I went to action, I almost died. I almost bled out.
On the hill. Something off there.
Which one?
Can't make it out. In front of us.
It's too bright for me.
Feel that. Perhaps it's just a mirage. It is extremely hot.
I just feel it in my fucking bones whenever we cross through this part here. Keep the speed up. Watch out for the rocks. Right, I take one.
It's okay, Stefan. It's just a ravine.
You recognize if you know something is watching.
That looks like the people that we need.
So it would seem.
I'm fine. I actually didn't get
You don't look fine at all.
Go ahead and head on back to Nardis. I'll be joining them.
Had a little bit of a panic moment, but I'm physically unharmed.
Good. What are the roads looking up ahead? What did you run into?
An orc war band that was about to cause problems, but it was a hell of a lot bigger than we thought.
Great. So that's what we're walking
But we
into.
pushed. No, we pushed them back. They're all pushed back.
I wouldn't say that.
Claudia, give a grain of salt.
We're
We have
trying to hold
reinforcements.
high hopes. That's good.
Let's go.
Alright, wish us luck. Have to go right from here. Off to the right.
We're heading to the refugee camp, trying to get them to collect and go to the sewer and the list of people brought in to go.
I see.
Person in charge is a robber baron's man who calls himself a captain now. I'm going to try and convince them to come back to us. Lady Hyde. The rest of you will be looking through the camp itself and make sure everyone's okay and there's no security breaches.
Far off, echoing with the baby brag.
Okay, so you've been spotted. Let's keep it quick.
Don't stop. Can't afford to stop.
Yep.
Cross, make sure the bridge is crossable first.
It's crossable.
Alright.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Cart-wise, at least.
I know the path from here. Thank you. Keep to my left.
Aye, on you.
We're gonna be taking a straight left from here.
I think I might know the path the orcs are taking through the mountains.
Sure.
Yes, your companion said as much. I'll have to fill up on it later.
My hunch is correct. I can only hope the party that's left is okay.
Sure. Just in case. Next point. Take left. Take left.
Whoa, whoa.
Keep straight. Keep straight.
To traverse, absolutely. The way back is going to be much harder.
Let me talk to the boss.
Come on. Come on.
If we're lucky, I might know the man that was there. It's their community.
We're close. Well, make no mistake, he was still my enemy, but he treated me better than everyone else.
No, it does not.
Keep moving. Don't stop.
Tyler, is it?
Oh, goodness. Not even gonna bother to check to see if there's any alive. Doubtful, but... oh well. Orders are orders.
Lord, to my right. Point to my left. Could be a third.
What's this place?
We need to keep these horses in check with this armor and guns. We make sure that our horses are safe. Let's go left and right. We need to go down this hill.
A little bit slower. Going up this part. All of ambush.
Too many things lurking.
Break a wheel or something on the way back here.
Mm.
Exactly. Want to keep it slow.
Lady, stay behind me.
Will do.
Left or right, Fargo?
Left.
Steve, take it slow.
Right. Lord, I'd recommend the spearman to take point.
Have a steep drop of bed. Be careful.
This is where it is. It winds down.
When we get there, let's focus on getting the carts ready to go. So we don't have to turn them around.
These colors aren't right. It's supposed to be robber baron men. Why is it the general soldiers?
Perhaps fighting spread. And they called for
We're
help.
too late. Too late.
Keep careful. They might still ambush.
Dismount! Dismount! Dismount!
Turn the carts around. Get ready to depart.
They're here.
Have the carts turned around.
Stefan, you know what to do. If anything
Fighters,
comes
get down
down, just
there.
run away. Okay?
Got it.
Ah.
I'll turn around the carts.
Fargo, turn around the carts. The rest of you come down with me. We gotta defend them. Let's move.
Good
man.
lord.
I'm ready.
Right, keep it.
Ready whenever you are, my lord.
Let's get in there.
Get that front line.
Yeah.
Understood. As though you see a million looks at you with rage.
Bring them back! The priority is them! Bring them back!
You are sent flying back, crashing into everyone behind
Stay behind the lady, Eiderman.
you. Watch as road crashes into all of you, sent flying with ease from the gray orc.
Holy shit. My rage knows no end today. You doing alright, Lottie?
I'm fine. I'm just very terrified of that thing.
Please make sure you're defended. Is there one on my back fighting? But at least can. Well,
Yeah, there's one on my back here.
yes, I heard about this one, and I'm not going anywhere.
Get back! We're losing a lot of ground! Stop! Pull back! Let me treat you! Never mind. Ah. God! God!
As blood is spewed upon your shoulder, as he tastes what would have been your death.
We've got you, lady. Baron! Baron!
That was about to be me!
As it comes in close, start the evacuation. Get them on the cars. Load them up.
We can't get to them right now!
Skelter giving you only a hair.
With me. Find a way. Come on. With me.
Resume.
Simon. Straight up with me. Keep your shoot at pay.
That's Sarad! That's him!
Kyler, as you approach this gray orc, he goes to grab your S-stock with his free hand, this gray orc. And as he pulls you in, he will eventually throw you up in the air and catch you by your neck and send you flying back towards the carts through the air, and you will land, the wind knocked out of you. Unpause.
Oh my god!
We need to get Sarad.
Sarad!
Get the civvies out of here. Shit!
Oh god!
Start gathering civilians.
Pause.
You watch as Mirren, you try to take a dodge and weave out of the way as the mass of the shield comes reeling towards you. You see what's coming. Your skills that you've gained through your years of training, the life you've lived, you see it moving slowly by the second closer and closer. And there's no way to move left and right leads to your ally, and back is merely an edge. You throw your body in the air, Mirren, in the last second, just fortunately with a 13, planting your feet on the shield and throwing yourself back, unrealizing the amount of force behind it, and you are sent in the air, but luckily with no injuries. On pause.
Bargo! Bargo, that's really not a good spot for you.
I know. Come on. I've done with you before.
Grab its attention.
I mean, if you
Whoops. Drop my light fixture.
with me. We need to get to Sarad. No.
Get it!
You help on this line. You help on this line. I need to
Hit the damn thing!
Start getting people moved to the wagons. Get the injured moved to the wagons.
That's what I'm doing. Stop fighting. I'm not.
Sarad, we need to get people out of here! Sarad!
No, I'm doing what I can. Try till you can.
Get out of here. We're on the way. Gotta see what's
I can't treat them like this.
the hell out of here.
Go back to the wagons. Come on.
Everybody lower your heads. Watch your heads. Help me out with this.
Come on! Get to the cart! Go, load up! Damn it all. I've got him, move back! Move back! You're not helping! Move back!
Just please save him.
He has already been treated. He's already bandaged. It was a critical, so I just have to wait for what a DM says.
Looks like he's got a bandage. He's still bleeding a little, but as long as he doesn't move, he should be fine. Stay there, don't move.
Oh. I guess he's over there now? Okay.
Pause.
Pause. Can't believe I got hold into another
Technically a reason to go for, so you guys could have escaped, and this is what you did. Poor bastard. Fuck him.
that one there. They seem alright. They've been treated.
Baron, as you try to come behind it, leaning in on blows, trying to do damage to its head, unexpectedly you feel its arms reach back and grab you with ease. You feel a crack to your bones as it does so, and with a 3, what is your armor value, Mirren? 0? Then yes, with a 3, you feel your arm shatter in its grip, and it throws you with a 3, crashing into all the people ahead of you with a critical injury. Unpause.
Damn it all. Oh dear.
Mace to the back.
You look back, the two of you, and you see an orc sailing away, trying to destroy the cult behind you.
No. That's down.
Like
Let's run.
Not like this.
Picks you up, throws you over his shoulder, and throws you into the
It's treatment. Oh dear.
sword across you.
Angel!
Get on now!
Drive! Drive, Danny! Let's go!
As this cart begins moving, all of you can see in the distance, behind you, one of the gray orcs has lifted one of the white horses alive, and as it rings it over its head, it throws it at you, Ro, and it crashes into this wagon, knocking it almost off course, almost to the side, Ladia, as the horse whinnies.
That's my horse.
Dies as it lands against the ground. Unpause.
Stefan!
Somebody did an injury roll for that.
I'm stuck.
With a natural 20, guardsman, you're alive. You don't know how.
Stefan! Oh my god.
No. Right!
Damn it.
Gotta keep moving. Full speed! Do not stop!
I need to treat him.
Do not stop! Don't stop!
He's going to bleed out like a stuck pig if we do nothing.
We need to get into the open.
Damn it all. Not Stefan. I whistled for him to move.
I'm so sorry, Lady Heidemann. I'm so sorry. Thank you for coming.
Keep it moving.
Damn it all, just like that, huh?
Where is my daughter? Where is this? Oh fuck, there she is. Oh fuck. Oh.
Damn it all. Damn it, damn it, damn it all.
You don't know if he's gone.
I told him to move. Maybe it was a different horse, I don't know. Damn it all. I didn't get to say anything. I was trying to call DM to whistle for my horse to leave, but nothing happened.
Oh.
So, yeah. I don't know, it'll get looked at. Whatever.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Catch you up to speed, Sirrod. The war is over.
We need to stop to heal someone.
I'm aware.
We need
I was
to
there
stop.
when- I was there when you arrived. We spoke.
Catch up to
I
the
was there.
cart.
He will die if we keep moving.
I would love to speak to you when we get back to town, Lady Heidemann, if I'm
I
not
know.
detained first.
I know.
I was there
We need
when
to stop.
you came to the keep.
Bargo, we need to stop. We have to treat.
Bargo, my friend, please, listen to the lady.
I know.
Everyone down.
I'm waiting for the Lord.
He's got multiple stab wounds. Bandage across the gut.
Major injury on the right shoulder.
Injured, critically injured. They need to
She's gone.
wrap it up.
She's gone.
I'm sorry. There's not much we could do.
She's gone.
We got there a little too late.
I couldn't save her.
It wasn't your fault. I need a treatment roll.
5 minutes. There's too much blood back there. Take a look at this. 15 plus your modifier, and you're ready to treat.
Gonna have to wrap this. I know. They're finishing it up. Do what you have to do.
Remind me.
I wasn't hit. I was kicked. It's non-lethal. There's a huge difference.
Yes. Rolling.
I know. Yeah, plus 4 bandage. Alright. Come here. I knew you were there. I knew you were there.
Isabel's, she's hurt. Isabel's really gonna beat you.
I know. I was able to drag her onto the cart as much as I could. I know how important it is to you. I know how important it is to you. You, Doctor, are you driving that cart?
I told you to run.
Alright, so what if you need... Ready? You...
No, not ready. Still treating one back here.
I'm driving. I'm unarmed. Anything you need. I want to be able to plow through there.
PM present.
Bandage plus 2.
We're not home yet. Mount up.
Understood. Rolling. What is this? What is the wound?
I would assume
what's
a
the
major.
severity?
Giant. Yeah. Giant slash to the gut and just multiple stab wounds everywhere.
I'm doing that one. It's fine.
Okay, I'll roll for them.
Did it yet? Yeah.
Mount up.
Okay, you have a major
All right, mount. Get on.
and minors. Okay.
Get on and be ready.
Unfortunately, Claudia, as you try to bandage this man's gash, this major injury, it just keeps bleeding, and the man's weeping turns into pained cries. With a critical 1 + 2, the
stitching.
fail.
My friends.
He needs stitching,
Hang in there.
Ludwig, please.
Hang in there. You will survive yet. You've made it
The
this
man
far.
begins to bleed out, and you can see that his skin begins to grow pale.
Draz, I'm gonna use my other potion.
Understood. What type of potion is it? Oh, it's a +2.
It's a tier 2.
Thank you.
With a 15 + 2. As you bring it down, he just barely chokes it back. If he chooses to drink it, that is.
He will not, DM.
As you try to feed the man the potion, he seems to just spit it out and dribbles down his chin.
Come on now, don't do that.
Come on. Should have done stitching.
Come on, man.
Should have stuck to the stitching.
Try to force as you will, the man seems to resist with whatever willpower he has left. Ludwig?
I'm back up. Ludwig, handle it.
Fine.
I'm moving.
We'll do this. All right, I'll see what I can do. Stitching it is then.
You know the man doesn't have long, Ludwig. Stitching on
Try to
him
stitch it up.
would kill him. Understood.
Gonna try either way. He's gonna die no matter what I do.
Understood. You begin trying to stitch.
Go.
We need to move.
However, as you do so, you will incur a disadvantage due to the moving cart. Rolling. And with a critical 1, the man
Come on.
seems to
Come
be
on.
weak.
Stay awake. We'll get you
Tried
fixed
so
up.
many
Come on.
things.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. You stay looking at me, all right? Come on.
Just make one up.
Hey, Draz, can we pop down for a sec?
Yes, up on that. Yes.
Okay, so to start off, I gave commands for my horse to leave as soon as the fighting started, just to back away from everything. I also called my horse before it was thrown. Like a good 20 seconds before orcs overran everything.
Yeah.
But of
that
course,
was,
it was too hot. It was too heated. So
Yeah, there was
I
a
just-
lot going on.
getting
If
back
we
in
had,
town and find out
if
who
we had
he
enough DMs, we would have picked that up and been able to move the horse.
I got it.
so that
I
could
just
start.
everything
We can,
that's my horse.
We can say it was
Okay.
another horse. We can say that
Thank you.
He's a good man.
Stefan is
Limped his way
wife.
home.
in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
well,
we were
he's
fleeing,
gonna be missing.
I saw the orcs
Exactly.
grab her and
Okay,
drag her
I hear
from the
you.
cart.
At home, but
Very good.
You know, it was chaotic. So
Thanks.
It's better
it'll
this
be
way.
something
Gotcha.
we can,
Just making sure.
He no longer has
Appreciate
to live with the imagination of what they do.
I feel useless.
Jack, as you lie here on the moving cart, these impurities fussing over you, you think back to her. Her face is the only face that you can see from behind your closed
What misery.
eyes. The creaking of the wagon wheels rumble beneath you. You can hear the clatter of horse hooves
That
Your
horse was
shoes
white.
clattering against
Stefan is spotted.
cobblestones
Couldn't
of
have
the
been
north
him.
road that leads to Nautis, your home. You've lost everything. There's nothing left for you to go back to. You saw the fires burning, the yurts, the fields that you took months to build, destroyed. And there's a hole in your heart where the woman you love used to fill. It all happened so fast. It happened in moments. One moment she was there, and the next she was just on the ground, unmoving. And now you feel the pain beginning to flee from you.
There was no time to call the QRF. She wasn't given an order to call the QRF.
It's black. And the sounds grow more and more distant.
That comes down to Kyler.
And as you have given up on life, the dice instead will decide your fate.
But you're right. We never called the QRF. And things got really bad.
Take a very deep breath. And you know, in that moment it was your last. With a critical form, you exhale as you relax every muscle of your body. You fall against the cart. And everything that used to be you, that was you, that was born, lived, and would eventually die, is gone from this world.
Whoa, whoa.
If you're able-bodied, healthy, injured. Get in.
All in the back of our carts are dead. All dead.
Sherrod, I know you look fine. I'm bringing you in there. Come on.
I'm on hold, I assure you.
No, Bargo. It's not up to us anymore. Guardsmen!
Status.
We have injured.
Guardsmen,
Come on, you're fine. Keep going.
you're gonna need to take Sarad into custody.
It's all right. All right. It's all right. Just lean into me. Come on.
Every single person we rescued that was in our car.
Help me, Private. He's lost his arm. Easy.
That's what happened when my sister.
I need to get to work.
My hands were to the guards get here.
We've got injured we need to work on.
Every single last person. Is that one person or everyone else? Go
If
see
you need
my
to be
man.
seen to, Miss Martin, please go inside just to be sure. Alex, please start getting the wounded.
Come in.
to the,
Come in.
where the beds are.
Everything I've done has been for my family.
Bro, go with Bogo, get the cards back.
You are the Marshal's son. Take Sarad into custody.
Good.
He needs to be reintegrated.
Give you a good word. Make sure of it.
With a 13, Ludwig, you know it is a fucking miracle that you are alive.
Damn it all.
It is through. He has a complete javelin straight through him.
Alright,
His arm is
sit,
missing.
don't lay down. We're gonna have to do something about that first. Are you a medic, Mish? Oh, you're the diplomat,
Yes,
yes?
I am. Leave. Let me do my work.
Aye. Gonna be alright, son.
Go. Keep bringing in more. Through and through. Javelin through. He's not bleeding extremely. It didn't pierce an organ. So his stomach is still intact. Saw off the back end and I'll pull it back this way. Don't move.
Hold still, friend.
Don't move. Don't move. I need you to breathe out, alright? It's just the vibration. It's just the vibration of the soul. Nothing's come out yet.
Alright.
Okay, close your eyes, breathe. 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 Slower. Ready? Push, I pull. 3, 2, 1. Stitch it up.
Come on, there we go.
I'll wait for God to
And make your arm straight as possible.
make the roll, but none of them are here.
Keep holding it.
Uno momento.
She's fine. He is also missing an arm. His left arm is gone.
Surgeon.
Goodness.
Where do you put the bone mending potions?
I guess the ravens were called because we had the horses. Okay, don't think. Bad news is you don't have a left arm anymore. The good news is we have prosthetics for that. So you'll have one, it just won't be the same.
Okay.
One broken arm.
Can you bandage the completely chopped arm?
Yes, I'll get to that. God's on the way.
Thank you. Good. I stitched the side and the back, through and through. It's up to you to do the arm.
There is. Do you want to take it now? Do you know what happens when you take it?
Stay awake, huh? What's your name?
Keep this moving.
You'll see her hand is completely wrapped up. There's a lot of
You know where you are? I'll help work with the others. I'll take care of this.
glazed over a little bit.
Lay down. Keep your pressure onto your head. Just lay down and rest.
Alright, civilians take
I
priority.
think this one needs a new bandage on him.
Let's take a look at you, shall
Whenever
we?
you deem it necessary. Just know that it'll hurt a lot.
Any abrasions?
You'll see that a major wound was bandaged on her head.
This bandage will hold, it just needs pins.
Is there anything else that need to be tended to?
Nice and slow. You're gonna drink this. Ready? Here we go.
Alright, do me a favor.
I'm the one that needs healing.
Okay, take your left hand. Don't worry about that right now. Take your left hand. Hold this spot that's bleeding. Otherwise you're gonna get a hematoma, and your brain is not gonna thank you. Blood will filter in through your brain, through your skull, and it will not be a fun time. You'll have a seizure. So hold your head. Okay, you're stable. Just rest.
Won't do.
The other one is stable. Bandaged head. Just needs to hold it.
What healing did you get? Besides the potion. Oh, sorry, that's... Oh,
What a mess.
I guess
Refugee
that leaves it up
camps
to us to pick up the
destroyed.
slack as usual.
It's all gone. What a mess.
Why was it even in the crags in the first place?
To hide.
Yeah, look at this big old thing.
Both places.
Surprisingly, it didn't get found till today.
Yeah.
Damn it all.
Got found by quite possibly the worst things to find it. Should...
My horse is missing.
This might sound... Missing... Of our staff, no one.
Stefan is missing. We gave him a whistle to leave as soon as the fighting broke out. I don't know where he is.
Claudia, before you go out... I apologize if this will sound rude, but you should really clean yourself up before you go out. You're a diplomat of the Empire.
Sure.
Expectations.
I'll clean myself up.
This man is too far gone.
What's going on in there?
Got all the stitches in the world could close this one.
It's too gone.
What do you mean two gone? What do you mean two gone?
As you look at the soldier there is a massive hole through and through from a lance. There's no stitching, no closing, and the potion has
Give me
failed.
something for the pain. Something for
The
the pain.
last
Go.
critical
Now.
treatment failing. The soldier
Gauze.
fails.
It won't.
Rolling.
She's gonna plug the hole with gauze. +2.
With a 6 plus 2. Ulrich, even you are surprised. It's sheer luck. You don't know if she just managed to pinch an artery out of sight or whatever it was. But Lady Heidemann's luck pulls through. And with the use of that gauze with a +2, the soldier is barely stabilized. Even now, you're not sure if he'll last through the night. Likely not, but he is stable.
Just keep your hand on it.
Get his airway clean.
It's mixed
Make
with
sure he doesn't
parcel shroom. It
suffocate.
will stick to his skin.
I'll be back with something.
I'm gonna clean myself up now.
If I may, I'm going to ask that only you and the young lord leave your weapons on the side of the bed.
Good God. What a mess. No, I don't know where Stefan is. What an awful day. Damn it all.
Stop. Can I help you, sir?
They wish to see the
I'd
wounded.
like to speak.
Let him know.
The citizens of Norris.
Lady Heidemann,
Very kind of you.
I'm just asking.
I'm
I
here.
appreciate
on behalf of the inspectors of the Norris Guard, I would
I
request the
appreciate your
names of the
concern for
refugees
security of this clinic.
Sure.
that you have attended to.
I'm only doing my job.
I will go collect the few.
Lady Heidemann,
Excuse me. I have to collect some
Those
names. I'll
names
be
will be
along in a
given to
moment.
you once they have finished being sought through. Make sure none of them are collaborators, none of that dealt with the radicalist sect of the Imperium.
Do you have a name? Do you remember?
Isabel Sarad.
we've been properly introduced.
You're his daughter, of course.
I'm aware of
Isabel
your
Sarad. Thank you.
A pleasure.
Do you know where my father is?
He's alive. He's just been taken to prison because, well, he's a robber baron fugitive. Don't worry. He'll be granted amnesty, I'm sure of it. He's a good man. You don't have to worry about him.
Straight from the screen.
Please don't die on me. I was taking a gamble with that cause.
Yes, there are those who are known collaborators with the sinking of the Stolen. Names and faces. Once we're sure it's none of them, we'll hand it over.
We actually have one of the individuals that were captured from the refugee camp that was a servant of the Robber Baron, a Nico Sarant. If you would like to interview him, I'm sure that my Lord the Mem would be more than happy to share any information with the Imperium.
The ones guilty of such a thing would not be caught wearing their uniforms, Lord Chamberlain. I'm certain any soldier
but
that
he
were
was.
in uniform would have nothing to do with the story.
Oh, I see. Very well.
Sarad is innocent. He was not working with the Scarecrows when I was at Telor. There's your evidence. Witness testimony. Here are the current names. I'm still going through them as wagons are still arriving. Isabel Sarad
Thank
and
you.
a few
Any
others.
items all I asked, Lord Chamberlain? Thank you.
Of course.
Of course, I'm a very patient man.
Excellent.
You know they do that as a power move.
Undoubtedly.
Lord Chamberlain.
Surgeon?
You will have some folks who will be willing to help you identify
I'd be more than happy to.
Those items get reimbursed because they are soldiers. This was a mission. The Imperial Clinic, we don't get paid for it. We just get our items back. So, back to 2. Back to 2. And back to 4 at the end of the day. Because we get reimbursed.
System.
Ludwig.
Whatever he needs.
As soon as things have been cleared, we're going to identify someone.
How's the weight of
All
that
right, please
breastplate?
inform Ludwig that I never told him I was finished.
Lady Eiderman.
What?
Excuse me.
It's
I'll get him.
Yes.
but the articulation's pretty good.
Yes.
The Inquisitor wants not too weighty, but
I'm here.
definitely don't want to go swimming in it anytime soon.
It's a bloody mess.
Nico Sarad requested to speak with you in the prison.
I will speak with him. If that is what he wants.
I bet you're one
Why do
hell
you
of a
think he
warrior when
wants
you were
to
that
speak
age.
with you?
Because he's the only friend I had at Tello during my stay.
What about those
He treated me well and I did the same.
How do they fare against the leather? Not bad. Any plus or minuses?
More than likely you'll be offered the same thing, I would suspect. Assisting civilians at a refugee camp have no business being so far outside redoubt lines, as well as coming back into the fold willingly, I think is reason to grant him some amnesty.
He's gonna roll it back. Fun the leather because it's a lot.
He's also a local from
Well, I
Balerno,
don't
so it'll
think
look
that
good
I'm more of a fan of
publicity-wise.
leather.
Hmm.
Does the job.
He's from Balerno.
Flexible. That's what I like about it.
His daughter's here as well, isn't
Lord
it?
Everhart, if you do not wish
Oh,
to
you're telling me.
linger and
March all over the place from here to the embassy.
play the Imperial's game, you want to get yourself cleaned up, I would understand, of course.
And those boomsticks you carry.
I can wait.
see
I
one in
hesitate
action
that they want to
before
see
I
me,
came out of
though, as well.
retirement. Interesting little
He did not take
record.
Aye. That's the reason.
Seems I've already had some choice words with you.
One click, loud boom, and that guy over there
I
got
see.
a hole in him.
He yelled at me to see to his
Stand
men.
by at your side.
Drop an orc like nothing, and that's all I care about.
Definitely need more of
Let me
that.
see
I
what
like
the
it when I don't
sergeants
have
are
to use-
conversing
I
about.
prefer not using my weapons against my fellow man. I think it's better off used against the monsters out there.
You have him.
Yeah. I got his airway cleared and I put a numbing name agent on him, which should soothe the pain if should he wake.
He'll be in a lot of pain. It's not an alcohol-based cause, it's puzzle shroom base, so it'll stick instead of cleanse. He shouldn't bleed.
Got
But
it.
even so, the gauze will have to be removed afterwards, and he'll need to be sewn up, otherwise he will get infected and die. At least by my best estimate.
Understood.
If he doesn't last the night, I wouldn't be surprised, but least we could do, rather than
Your
give
hands
up.
on my bandage. You're the one that was used to make it. And it was teaching me how to heal people.
Are we on the same page?
Inquisitor.
I will find the men.
Inquisitor, I think I can speak.
I don't want you to speak for the Lord Edhart.
Of course. So we use medical opinions, we tend to listen.
You didn't listen outside the front of the clinic. What was it you said to one
Medical
of them?
opinions. That was their opinion.
Their opinion was that your tactics caused all of the civilians in the last count to expire. These surgeons are meant to keep people alive. That is their assessment of the time spent between there and the place of surgery. What was your response? Would you like to hear it again?
I made the call and did it.
I would like to hear your response to my surgeon, please.
I don't believe I remember it. Perhaps you can remind me.
Something about to not test you, imp, or something of the like. The last time I checked, we were supposed to be allies, Lord Edhart.
Yes, that was in
You need
response to
us.
his actions against me.
And we
his
do
words
not
against
need
me.
you. Do you understand, Lord Chamberlain?
Inquisitor.
It's a simple yes or no question. I'm not here to negotiate with
The
you.
partnership between the Redods and the Imperium is ideal.
Posture at
and
me, and you will find yourself without any support. Test me. I am not the major. Test me. I will leave your dynasty dangling by a cunt hair. Take what I say and understand that my staff will not be mistreated by your upstart nobles. And then we can be allies. And they will bleed for you and you will bleed for them. Thank you, Lord Chamberlain. You may now see to your civilians that my men have treated and your men have saved.
Lord Erhard, shall we?
Inspector. Yes, Surgeon.
They're not over here, I don't think.
Surgeons.
Sir. Yes.
I think they are over here.
Answering to the Redods is a courtesy. If they mistreat you, if they treat you as a lesser, if they do anything outside of what a good ally should do, you have every right to refuse service. And if there's problems with that, you'll bring it to me. We are a boon to these people, and they will fucking acknowledge it.
Again.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Lord Chamberlain,
Yes, sir.
if I may.
There's one thing to be a healing hand,
You may.
and it's another to be walked
I said
all
that
over.
in response to him.
Carry on with your duties, please.
I understand his medical opinion, but when he starts throwing flack at me, just so you're aware of the full situation. I'm not saying he said, she said. I understand what I did.
Lord Erhard,
I have two
you make
unfortunate
mistakes.
souls who need to be
They make mistakes. It is a, how do you say
of
this?
the inspector.
No offense, a human thing. That posturing that are between is unacceptable for partnership. If that is how they respond to incidents like this, we cannot have incidents like this, so we remove the problem.
The Major spoke very highly about your meeting today.
Allow those incidents to happen.
Alright, that meeting.
We're in a
I
very
was-
tense situation, as were they.
Well, I said the same to him. He only had 2 outbursts.
We fought side
2.5.
by side.
I was very impressed.
That's one less than last time. Very well done, Lady Hyden.
You should know better.
Mm.
You should have acted better.
There's a lot of prick measuring in it.
But alas,
It's rather irksome.
you will not bring these
Put a bunch of old men in a room, and this tends to be what they do.
I lack the essentials to measure. So, I kept my mouth shut.
All the blood stays in the brain.
Yeah, hotheads, all of them.
I've been told that you are expected to deal with Bolano tomorrow.
Yep.
Whatever you need,
Sanders arrange diplomatic
you
stuff
will have it.
as we speak.
You understand?
I hear you. I'll get 15 of our best.
Bolano is...
In help.
Listen. Bolano is completely in your hands. The Major is not allowed to touch it. This operation is in your hands. I will afford you what you need. Whoever goes with you will know that your call is final. Don't fuck this up.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Yes, well, you've shown yourself to be quite a diplomat. I'm sure you'll bring Bolano back into the fold. Lord Chamberlain, I trust everything is
Inquisitor.
adequate.
Yes. And please accept my sincerest apologies for the incident. It will not happen again.
Most certainly, Lord Chamberlain. And if there's anything I would need to reprimand my staff for, or fix them for, please do not hesitate to tell me. We are a partnership after all.
Of course. Lady Heidemann, if you wanted to go see the traitor, Sarad, I am available. I can gather... I already have an escort in the lobby. If you would like to go see him.
I will accompany you, if it is to smooth things over to his hopeful
With your permission,
transition.
Inquisitor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm off.
Very good. Have a wonderful evening.
You guys
And you
remember
as
the
well.
time, but the Capitano held 3 people hostage in that building, in that room.
Sergeant, wonderful work.
Hello.
In your plumage. It is very safe.
Of course.
I will see you later.
I do my best.
I'll be outside. We're gonna talk to Sarad, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap up session because I'm feeling very tired and I want to go sleep with my wife. I want to cuddle her and hold her and make sure she doesn't have nightmares. Because that's what husband stuff does. And I'm the trash man. I'm a loyal, monogamous trash man.
Right behind you, sir.
Well,
I'll follow
it
you.
was certainly a very enlightening meeting with your Inquisitor.
Yes. Keep in mind, Inquisitorial staff, Militarum, 2 separate factions serving the same entity. So, there are different mannerisms.
Well done. What a day. What a day.
I should also tell you ahead of time. It is in, well, my best interest that those who inform me of such things tell me that I should at the very least receive some sort of compensation for doing this, well, strategic advance to bring back the civilians at almost the cost of many lives. I don't want money.
Lady Heidemann,
if that helps.
what do you want?
I want debt to be forgiven a little bit less. That's all.
To whom?
Sir Richard Exeter, the criminal, is 240 silvers in debt. Some of that.
I will have to
a
speak with
little
the
bit.
Lord High Justiciar. I cannot make that decision alone.
I understand.
I will petition him on your behalf.
Only a fraction. That's all I require. Nothing else.
Investigator.
Lord.
Inspector. Open the door. I don't have the keys. Oh, that is a beautiful, oh, what do you call it? Not a hair tie. Wait, is it a hair tie? A pin?
It's a hair
monarch
pin.
butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
This is very beautiful.
Alright.
Lady Hardiman.
The cook Sarad, raised to captain. Pleasure.
From what I heard from my intelligence, he was a patrol sergeant. I believe that he was one of the ones that Hidasco had raiding the caravans of traders, murdering businessmen, killing travelers.
Perhaps
Not
we should
entirely
hear him
true.
out.
I can correct you if you wish.
Oh, you can
Only
correct
if the
me.
Lord Chamberlain
You
wishes,
are
of
bold.
course. Only if you wish.
I will leave you to your conversation with him, Lady Ida,
Very
and I
well,
will leave
Lord
the
Chamberlain.
inspector here to oversee.
My lord, if you would like to bring this information...
It's good to see you in good health, Lady Hardiman.
Reports on the,
Likewise.
refugees.
You were one of the
Verify
good
your
ones. I was
document,
very
please.
biased, and I wanted to
tell them
make
to
sure
farm
that
it
at least,
due to the
well, even
state
if you
of
were
the
in
account,
prison, that
perhaps
you
they
would
could
be
help with the growth of
treated
more
fairly.
commerce for the town.
You being one of the
Oh, I
more
severely
loyal.
doubt that.
And we'll bring it to Lord Mem.
No, I'm being
Loyal to
genuine.
who?
Private Aylard, you
Well,
can
the
return
Roller
to
Baron, of
town,
course. And of course, the
your
dynasty
name?
as a whole.
No.
Salvatore.
It's loyal to the province and loyal to my family. As a
I
brother.
understand.
You and I spoke, you were probably this close.
Your
Do
daughter
not
as
care
well,
for
I
the
should
radical
tell you
nature of
that
my
ahead
work.
of time.
Salvatore and Inspector. I
She
want
had a
the
bit of a
two
blow
you
to her
to
head,
not make
but
this go on too long.
she'll live.
Yes, I saw it.
Of course, my lord.
She's resting in the clinic. She'll stay
Let's
there
go catalog
overnight.
this for
I'll
Lord
see to
Mem
it
and
personally.
summarize it. Aylard, you're dismissed.
Good.
Tomorrow I'm going to Balerno. Just thought I'd let you know, but it's doing well. The walls are still up. It's still garrisoned by robber baronmen who don't want to come back to the dynasty, so I'm going to see what I can do to, well,
Most of
open
those
up
men are
those
my
gates again.
outriders. If you tell them I called for it, it should hopefully help, or at least get a few of them off your back.
I think it'd be better as
Hopefully.
part of your penance if you assisted. It could be your out of a
It
cell.
would be my
and-
honor.
Yeah, well,
I do
it won't be up to me. It'll
severely
be up
doubt
to
that
the
will be allowed.
investigator, ultimately, and the custode, who's a very lawful man, but as long as you're willing to pay the price, without pay, of course, as you be classed as a penal criminal. But this is your home, so
Oh,
no
I'm
matter the
far,
price.
far more than a penile criminal at this point, Lady Heidemann. I've done horrible things.
I believe it.
Yes. If you do end up leaving this cell, for all the things you've done, you will not be allowed to carry a weapon or armor again in our city.
That is fair. In my
I'm
eyes, I would
working
be counted
with-
lucky if my head does not roll.
I'm hoping it doesn't. But I'm working with Fenton and... I guess not. My computer has had it. It's just been crashing this whole time. I would try and get back on, but it has just been happening so much. This is where I'm going to call it for the night. Thank you, all of you, for watching and sticking by. This is where I call it for the night. And I go. I would try and get back in, but there's literally no point. I need to figure out why I'm crashing so much. You all have a good night. I'll see you all next time.